Welcome to the Glam. This is another beautiful Wednesday where we get to hang out together. This is where your beauty is cherished, your wellness is prioritized, and your heart is treasured. If you've missed out any of the previous episodes, please, you're missing out on a lot. So please check out www.ntvkenya.co.ke on more. You can also check out our Instagram page at the Glam NTV. And today we are diving into skincare and beauty like never before. Today's episode focuses on a cutting-edge treatment that focuses on the under eye area. And like many of us know, it is a very, very delicate area. However, we're using blood. And I know many of us are like, why are we using blood? But we are using blood to be able to rejuvenate the under eye area. And because I am not the expert, we have an esthetician who is going to take us through this treatment here at the Abram. And you can find them at Starwood Apartment in Kilimani. And this is going to be exciting because it's something that I have not seen. However, it is a very popular trend that you need to know about. So let's get to meet Cecilia. Hi Cecilia.
Hi Tracy.
Thank you so much for being with us today. We are a bit scared because of what this treatment is about, but please tell us, what is the PRP treatment and how does it work for the under eye?
So PRP treatment is platelet-rich plasma, which we withdraw your own blood, and now we run it through a machine called a centrifuge, and we get something called a platelet. Now that platelet liquid is what we insert back to your area of concern.
Okay.
The PRP is used to treat several issues. Under bags, it can be used to treat wrinkles, but not like severe, the fine wrinkles. It can also be used to get rid of smile lines, and it can also be used to stimulate collagen production in the whole face.
Oh,
yeah,
that's really interesting.
It can also be used if you're suffering from hair loss. We inject that platelet back to your scalp, and then it stimulates the hair follicles to grow, and then you are no longer bald.
Oh wow,
yeah,
that's very interesting. Because I thought it was just for one thing.
No, it's used for several treatments.
Wow, that's very interesting. And for you, Cecilia, how long have you done aesthetic nursing?
I've done it since 2020. Wow. This is my 5th year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. How would you say it makes you feel seeing how the beauty industry has evolved? Because now we're doing things like PRP.
Yeah.
How does it make you feel as an aesthetic nurse?
I feel so good because compared to back then when people were very scared to try new procedures, right now people are very apprehensive in trying new treatments, which is also good for the industry because people are embracing change, which is good.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay. So this chair is empty, but we have our model who is going to be going through the PRP treatment. So what are some of the things that you advise your clients before they get onto the chair, you know, before they start this? What are some of the things that they should do and should not do?
So when a client comes, we first take your history. We then go around if you have any allergies, if you're using any medications, be it something like aspirin that can make you bleed during the procedures. That is what we ask before. Now we start the procedure. And also we encourage someone before you come for the procedure, you avoid something like coffee, blood thinners, anticoagulants, like those things.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Because it can make you bleed a lot.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are there certain clients that you do not take particularly for this treatment?
Yeah. If let's say someone has is on those medications I've told you, and maybe if someone has taken coffee instantly.
Okay.
Yeah.
But anyone can do
Anyone can do. It's very safe since we're using your own blood. It's not like something foreign as compared to like something like Botox, which we are using something generic. PRP, we use your own blood, so that blood is what stimulates collagen in your blood.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So we're more than excited to just see this entire process. Honestly, I've been waiting for a while to see how this is done. Yeah. So let's get to meet our model and start the process. So So we have our model here, and the model, how are you feeling?
Anxious because
Okay.
of the needles.
Yeah.
But I faced worse. So
Yeah.
you know, let's see.
I'm so excited. Okay, so Cecilia, she's here, she's ready. I see you have your stuffs.
No.
Okay, so I'm guessing now we can just go ahead. Cecilia,
Yeah.
as you take us through the entire process.
Okay. So the first process will be identifying a good vein, which will be able to draw blood flow.
Okay.
And then,
sorry, I might just, just turn around ukishachukua sindano.
it should be very fast. So this same blood is what we put in here, and then we run it through a centrifuge machine so that we can get the platelets for about 10-15 minutes, and then that's what now we separate it and we take it and then we inject it back to our skin.
Okay.
Yeah. So this process we have to be very careful. That's why normally we take your history in order to know if it will work for you or not. Yeah. So we are going to run this through a centrifuge machine for like 15 minutes, and then meanwhile we can be numbing her so that the process is not like very painful, because we'll be injecting her, so to ease the pain a little bit. You'll still feel me when I'm going inside, but it will not be painful.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. And if there are people who are really scared of needles, can you give them like anesthesia and then they sleep?
No.
Okay, so this one you can't do that.
Yeah, I only numb them for like now 40 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yes.
All right.
So we're going to put it for 15 minutes and then switch this up to 4,000, and then we on it and we let it run for like 15 minutes or 10. So Tracy, now it's 40 minutes later, she's already numb, and then we have our final product, which is this, the platelets. Okay. Now this is what I want to get, and then now we can start the procedure by injecting her.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how do we? The platelet is now the clear liquid at the top.
The yellow one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why use the platelets only for the entire
Because
procedure?
it's the one that that is supposed to rejuvenate the collagen in the body.
Okay.
And that is what we want for her, to get rid of the underline, and also to get rid of the darkness on her eyes. Okay. Yeah.
So out of 10, how painful is it?
Pain is what would
it's relative.
Yeah,
depending
it's
on the
relative,
person, huh?
depending on now someone.
Okay.
Depending on now your tolerance of pain. Yeah.
Okay.
but I'd give it like 6.
6 out of 10.
Yeah.
Okay.
With numbing, let's say a 5, 4. Yeah.
Right.
So we now done taking the platelets, and now we'll start the procedure by removing the numbing cream and then cleaning the area, and then we start the procedure.
Cecilia is done, and our model is looking fresh out of the PRP treatment. How do you feel?
For sure, I feel like my eyes are swollen.
Yes.
I feel like they're just above here, like I can touch them from here.
They look swollen, but not up to here.
I think also because of the numbing cream, so I feel like
Yeah,
part
quite
of my
heavy.
eye is swollen.
Okay.
I feel like I have like a Chinese formation.
Okay.
Yeah, but yeah, the injection rate, maybe it was a 2.
2 out of 10, the
yeah,
pain?
yeah.
Okay. Okay.
On
Which
this
is
eye,
not bad.
On this eye.
On this one?
0.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. That's a really good feedback. Now, Cecilia, if someone wants to do this, and, you know, most of us want to see immediate result.
Yeah.
Okay. So is this a treatment that you would recommend for someone who wants to see immediate results?
No. This is a treatment that I recommend for someone who wants to build collagen in their body, which is better to build collagen with time, so that the procedure, your skin can also be firm. It can have like a smaller outlook. For someone who wants immediate result, this would not work.
Oh, okay.
I'd advise them they come, we do Botox. If you want instant, Botox.
And Botox
But
would be the best.
for me, I recommend people to do the PRP, because it works by rejuvenating collagen production in your body, which now is the one that makes you have maybe the smile lines, eye bags, wrinkles. Yeah.
Okay.
So if you build the collagen with time, you're able to get a more prolonged
look, yeah?
Yes.
Okay.
As opposed to now Botox, you'll keep refilling after every 3 months or 4 months.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Now, other than the swollenness,
Yeah.
what else should clients expect to deal with after the treatment?
Yeah, bruising. Bruising, you can get a little bit of discomfort. As you heard, she's feeling like the area is quite heavy. That is because of now the numbing cream and also the injection process, which goes down about 3 days. It should be fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Are there any red flags clients should look out for when they have done this treatment?
Yeah, if it is not done by 1, a medic, or 2, in a sterile environment, it can lead to infection, and infection can lead to sepsis, which can be very bad.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I think it's very important because we've heard situations of, you know, clients getting sepsis and,
Yes.
you know, it being fatal.
Yeah.
So it's very important for you at home to do your due diligence and make sure that you are using the right people for treatment such as this,
Yeah.
because this is invasive.
Invasive, yeah, for sure.
Yes. So now, how does this treatment, the PRP treatment, differ from things like fillers or, you know, like the CO2 laser? You know,
Yeah.
how does it differ? And out of the 3 options, what options would you recommend for the ones watching?
So all options are good, but now the difference between now Botox and fillers and PRP is that PRP, when we inject the platelet plasma, it works by stimulating collagen in your body. Now that collagen is the one that gives you a firmness that you need, and it is very natural one, and also it is not using anything foreign, because as you saw, we just withdraw blood and that is what we run, and now we got the platelets.
Okay.
Yeah.
So collagen stimulation is the
Yes.
most important thing when it
Yes,
comes to
skin. Yeah, that's why you have like a very firm skin, because your collagen is there. And you'll find someone who is like 70 years old, they have like wrinkles, saggy skin, because now the collagen is little in their body. Yeah.
Okay, wow.
Yeah.
How would you advise her to take care of her eyes and her face in general now that
Yeah.
she's swollen, and, you know, like you said, we can expect a bit of bruising
Yeah.
and uncomfortable
Yes.
feeling? Yeah.
So I normally advise my clients to avoid using actives for about 3 to 5 days. That is the retinols, the vitamin C. For like 5 days, you just use some moisturizer and a sunscreen. And then now for the swelling part, which is now a lot of people are not comfortable with it, I advise you maybe to do ice. You can maybe like rub ice in that area, or now submerge your face in a basin filled with ice. For like 3 days, the swelling should be over.
It should be
Yeah.
over. So now that she's done the first session, would you recommend one sooner, or is this one of those treatments where you just do probably once a year?
No, for PRP is not like a one-off as compared to the Botox. PRP is you're supposed to come for like, let's say, depending on now the severity for her, she will need like 3 sessions, because we are only dealing with the dark circles. She will only need like 3. For someone who has like very severe, we'll need like 5 spaced in between every month for 5 sessions. Yeah.
Okay. But even if you're doing more than 3 sessions, it does not affect maybe your eyes? No. Okay.
It's even better, because now the collagen will keep getting produced in your body. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now,
it's very safe, because there's nothing that we are doing that is not beneficial to your body, because we are only inserting back what the body needs, which is now the collagen.
Yeah. You know, when I was younger, a lot of things like skincare, you know, like using anti-aging creams was mostly recommended for older people. Like, you know, you wait until probably in your 50s or your 60s for you to do now something like this. Would you recommend that young people, even like as young as 18, to do such treatments? 18, no. I advise from 25, because 18, as much as we say someone who is 18 is an adult, I'll recommend from 25 years and above. Yeah. Okay. Yes. You okay?
I'm 24.
You're 24?
Yeah. So this, it will be a treatment which is very good for even like old people who have like very saggy skin. It would be very nice for them because now it will help them now build the collagen, which will be good for them. So you are able to get a natural outcome. Yeah.
Okay. So you believe that the earlier you start your skincare routines and skincare treatments, the better for you in the long run.
For sure.
Because I was for the opinion that once you start doing these things, it can like mess up your body by you know, adding a lot of things in your body. But you're saying it's different.
Yeah.
It's more beneficial.
Yes. For the PRP, it's quite safe. Very safe.
Okay.
Yeah.
So anyone who wants to come here for the PRP, what would you advise them to do? What would you advise them not to do? And the price for this treatment? So
I'll start with maybe the pricing. For if we are doing the under eyes, which is this areas, that is we charge 10,000 per session. But if you pay like 5 sessions at once, we give you a discount always. And then if you are doing like the under eyes, the smile lines and the forehead, we charge like 15 to 20,000 depending on now the severity. Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay. So anyone who wants to come, what are some of the things that they should look out for, and how can they also find you guys?
Some of the things as we discussed earlier is if you're on anticoagulants, you're on blood thinners, you taking coffee immediately before the procedures. I cannot do the procedure because you'll have high chances of bleeding because we are injecting you. So those are the things I'd advise my clients to avoid. Okay. Yeah.
All right. So now Cecilia is here at the Abram, and you can find them at Starwood Apartments in Kilimani. Please share your social media handles as well with us.
We are on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok at the Abram Clinic. You can give us a call and make your bookings.
Thank you so much, Cecilia. Thank you, our model.
Question.
Yes.
After 3 days when the swelling is down, I'm able to put on makeup?
Yes, you are able to do everything. Yeah.
Celicia. For serious na niko jokes. How long have you done, beauty, aesthetic nursing?
Aesthetic nursing.
Aesthetic.